Tell me the cure for this nameless affliction. What is the cause for my object affection? Tell me the cure for this nameless affliction. Day by day, 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 day by day. I've got a blind side, an artificial heart. Forgive me if nothing comes natural. So start.
What up, everybody? I'm Lucky. The channel's Game On. We're just keep on gaming on. Bringing you a special Just Chatting today. We're going to talk about a couple of things. Hope everybody's doing good. What up? Racker? Is that your name? Rocker? What up, brother? How we doing? Welcome on in. Having a great Sunday afternoon. We're going to get after this, and tonight we're coming back with more Deltarune. We almost got the Roaring Knight last night. No Shadow Mantle. We're going to do it tonight. I feel really good about it, but before that, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Number one, we're going to talk about Fable. Where is it? Is it still coming in 2026? What do we know about it? Where's the trailer? We're going to find out. What up, Sean? How we doing? Welcome in. Next, we're going to talk about, excuse me, Graceborn. I was talking to Sir Rust a lot in chat, and he brought up Graceborn, which is a Bloodborne mod for Elden Ring. We're going to play it on PC next month, probably with him, and we're going to check that out and see what it's all about, dude. What up, J-Bro? You're trying something new. What is it? How you doing, dude? So after that, we're going to talk about June games that we like. We're going to check out Eurogamer's list for all the games that are coming out in June and see which ones we like and which ones we're going to want to play, along with maybe starting a little bit of scheduling. We know we're going to play Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, Graceborn, a couple other games like that. And after that, you know, PlayStation State of Play is coming up. It's the first one of our game shows in June. Then it's going to be Summer's Games Fest, and then the Xbox Live show. So we're going to hit we're going to hit the State of Play, PlayStation's first, and make 5 predictions on what we think we're going to see there. Gabriel says, I want to experiment with BandLab sounds to make music. There you go, man. That's cool, dude. That's really cool. So anyways, without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. Thanks for being in here. I appreciate it. Let's start out with talking about Fable. So let's start with the Fable trailer itself. I mean, how long ago was that we saw that thing? What up, Cedar? How you doing? Hey, great stream earlier, man. I had to cut out of there and start doing some stuff. That was a year ago we saw the first trailer. Gameplay teaser was 4 months ago. Let's watch this one from PlayStation. Just to get caught up to the last thing we saw about them. I'll make sure this is going okay here. I'm doing good, Cedar, man. I like watching your streams, dude. They're chill, man. That guy, I'm always upset. He's funny. Is he your buddy or something?
How can I help you, boss?
Gosh, this game looks so good.
Fancy a date?
Very
Oof.
impressive.
Autumn 2026, you know, so basically they originally are planning to get ahead of GTA 6, right? Everybody wants to be ahead of GTA 6. Nobody wants to be there right after them. And also November 20th is the cutoff for the Game Awards, right? So GTA 6 coming out November 19th is kind of like putting the guillotine on the whole thing right there. But they want to be well ahead of that, it seems like. So this was 4 months ago. Now what's recently happened that's made us talk about this is the first development in a long time. They have gotten the game rated in 2 different countries. So the game has been rated in, I believe it was South Korea and Australia. And what that means is that They don't rate a game until it's far enough in production that they know it's going to come out, and it's usually within a 2 to 6 month window after the ratings that it actually comes out. So let's look at what the ratings were in South Korea and Australia. He's like an estranged brother to you. Oh, so you probably know him in real life, huh? That's cool, man. So let's go over here and see what they rated Fable. Gosh, how about some music? Can we get a little music here? What do you guys want to listen to for tunes? Somebody name something. I have like game soundtracks everywhere. Night City, this is a good one. Just in the background a little bit. Anyways, let's go ahead and check it out. Fable received an 18 plus rating in South Korea. Fable has been rated 18 plus by the South Korean Ratings Board. Use of language that directly expresses sexual acts, frequent killing, bloodshed, bodily mutilation, using weapons, determination. I don't know what that means. Oh, because you determine that it's happening, I guess. Direct criminal acts based on user choice. Excessive use of vulgar language and profanity. So it looks like they're sticking with the theme of it being a mature RPG still, right? They're not going to try to kitty it down or put the baby gloves on or anything like that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Abdul, what's up, man? How you doing? Sorry, I was reading some stuff. You don't know him in real life, but we share some depressing stuff. We bonded over that. Oh, that's cool, man. I mean, sad, but cool. Yes, the camera moves. Wherever I want it to sometimes. Or I just shut it off. It stops doing that. So we're talking about Fable, Abdul, whether it's going to come out in 2026 still, and I think it is going to come out in 2026 because it just got rated in 2 different countries, Australia and South Korea. So South Korea rated it an 18 plus because of quite a bit of mature content, it seems like. And why that's important, Abdul, is because usually after they rate something, it comes out within 2 to 6 months after that. Cedar, it's good to see you. Rated, like it gets its rating, like whether it's 18 plus, I can't remember what the other ones are. But whether it can be played by adults, kids, all that kind of stuff. Let me see what this article says here. No, it's nothing. Let me see the Australia rating. It's probably the same. How's your day, Abdul? Then we're going to talk about the PlayStation State of Play, make 5 predictions on what we think is going to happen with the State of Play, games that are coming out, hardware that's going to happen. And then the Graceborn is the other story we wanted to talk about, which is a Bloodborne mod for PC and Elden Ring. Wow, that's funny. So Fable Reboot only got a mature rating in Australia. That's interesting. Violence and mature themes. Let me hear what the gamer says about this. Just all right? All right's good. So, let's read this real quick. Fable is set to be out at some point. How's the audio, Abdul? Is it okay? But we still don't have a release date. Considering GTA 6 is going to be ahead... I'm sorry. Let me restart that whole thing. That was terrible. Terrible read. Fable is set to come out at some point this year, but we still don't have a release date. Considering GTA 6 is going ahead with its own launch in November, there's always talk of other 2026 releases being moved around, likely delayed, to avoid getting drowned out of the conversation. Now, it seems like Fable won't be one of those games. As spotted in the Fable subreddit, the game has now been rated for release in at least 2 regions, Korea and Australia. This means there's enough of the game for ratings boards to have a look at, which bodes well for our chances of getting a 2026 date soon. To a little surprise, it looks like Fable is getting a mature rating across the board and would line up with the previous main entries in the series. In the EU, it is expected to get another PEGI 16 rating, and it hasn't been confirmed yet. Well, probably if the other 2 are mature and 18 plus, right? Age rating doesn't tell much about the game. I don't know. Kind of tells a lot. However, the big takeaway here is that with any luck, we're going to get a specific release date soon. That would make sense, as Take-Two has reaffirmed that GTA 6 is coming in November, leaving the months before that clear for other games. Developer Playgrounds has just shipped Forza Horizon 6, so that clears them up to focus on marketing another game soon. Right, and that's about 6 months away, right? November, 6 months away, so they're about 5 months away. So we can see some ramp up in marketing here at the Xbox State of Play on the 7th in June. That'll be the last one we cover. We're going to do the PlayStation State of Play on the 2nd. We're going to do Game Show on the 5th, and then we're going to have Xbox on the 7th. And I think that's where we're going to see something for Fable, if it's going to come out this year. And I think it will, based on these ratings. So, good stuff right there. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Trying to see if there's anything else on Fable here. What up, Sean? Laughing Algorithm, what's up? When Fable hits, you're taking a week off with PTO. Dude, it looks so good. It looks so good. Let me see if there's any other gameplay trailers we can watch here. Whoops.
Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios, the original creators of the franchise. And although our game is a new beginning, I think what we're making is really faithful to the spirit of the classic Lionhead
Some epic music behind him
that we all love. At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Our game is about choices and their consequences. It's packed with action, drama, British humor.
I know you talk about something like Dragon Age Veilguard, right? What happened to that game? The DEI times are kind of behind us, I feel like, right? We're kind of entering a new era. Crimson Desert didn't have any of that, did it? You know? Actually, it needed more girls in it, I felt like. More women. You know? The main, her character was badass, though. But it seems like we're getting out of that time period. Although there's few companies and industrial standards that are still sticking on. But I think in the next 5 years, you're going to see that totally die off. Because they understand that the money's just not there, right? Their customer doesn't like that kind of product.
Humor, moral dilemmas, and quite a few chickens. All of this combines in a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
You're right, Sean. 100%. Oh, the music's so good. So good, guys.
In classic Fable fashion, you begin the game as a child. Growing up in the sleepy rural village...
Are you guys okay if we watch this? It's like 8 minutes long. I'd like to geek out on this for a minute here. Gameplay overview. This was from 4 months ago.
...of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger.
Well, here's the story. Abdul will tell you all about
alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
So good. An action adventure role-playing game.
It's a huge moment, because this is Albion like you've never seen it before. Idyllic rolling hills, magical forests, bustling villages, sleepy hamlets.
Back in the day, Abdul, this game, Fable, the first one, was one of the first games that gave you real true freedom and had an open world aspect to it. You can go pretty much anywhere throughout the world. You could own a house. You could fall in love with somebody. The decisions you made people like you or dislike you. You really hadn't seen that kind of system so complete in one game before. And it kind of started off that genre, you know. And now come back around, here we are. We've got all this new technology, and they've made Fable this one right here. I think it's the third one, right, guys? The third one? It looks fantastic, and we'll see if they've added anything to that world. Hopefully they have. Hopefully it's not just the same old thing. But they were one of the first progenitors of that.
Oversized vegetable patches and
Number
stunning
4.
vistas.
Okay.
And because our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
Yeah, that's what they made their name with.
To welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the Old Clock Tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts. Rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty, and criminals.
It does do the fantastic more than the realistic. You know what I mean? Whereas something like Kingdom Come Deliverance is more of a realistic medieval role-playing game. This is definitely a more fantastical one. But they do it well where it never feels really goofy. It didn't in the first one that I played. I don't know about the second or the third one, but it felt pretty good and smooth and fun and interesting. It never felt like goofy or out of place. Even though it might look a little bit like Disney, but it's really, really good.
You'll spend plenty of time here during the game.
What up,
As you
Aries?
discover
Welcome
the
in.
Secrets of the Heroes
Talk
Guild
about Fable.
and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golden.
Humphrey.
In the north of Albion, you'll find mountains, craggy coastlines, spooky marshes, and the bleak, windswept city of Bloodstone. Here, you'll meet the leaders of two rival gangs, vying for power, and uncover the secrets of the sinister but extremely well-organized Cult of Shadows.
Oh,
Our
serious.
Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are special, different. They're stronger than regular people. They're more skillful, more charismatic. More importantly, they're those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world around them. They have
Do the lighting and everything like that in these games nowadays. Crimson Desert, a couple of ones come to mind. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
the power to do what they want.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars. So the hero you play represents you.
You're going to see some crazy fits. You could probably make anybody in the real world in there. You know what I mean? See playthroughs of all sorts of your favorite content creators. Who should we do a playthrough of, guys? If we can do anybody in this game and make any character, who should we do? I would definitely do like a Jack Sparrow pirate. That'd be a good one, I think, but it'd be hard to do with that. You gotta get the dreads. What would you guys do?
But as well as your appearance, you can be the hero you want to be through the way you play, through the skills and abilities you learn, and through the weapons you use.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives us style-weaving combat. Allowing you to show off your personal playstyle
Combat looks good, too. Look at that.
against single opponents and large groups of
I mean, the combat looked really good right there, didn't it?
to show off your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike.
Oh, man.
Melee is at the heart
Send
of
that guy
close quarters
all the
combat.
way back.
You'll use light and heavy combos,
Got a parry there.
often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers.
Gosh, that looks good,
Swap to
man.
your ranged
That looks really, really good.
weapon to bypass enemy guard and deal with troublesome flying enemies. And
Slow
of
down
course,
time.
You'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
We're excited to be bringing back some fan-favorite adversaries for you to fight.
I remember those guys.
Hobbs are back,
The golf swing with the hammer is
as
so
are
good.
Valkyries, Hollowfolk, and Trolls.
No way. He's got a machine gun crossbow.
And we're adding brand new enemies too, like this fearsome cockatrice, a giant fire-breathing chicken. Each enemy family is different, with their own weaknesses to exploit and defenses to overcome. But with all the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies is up to you.
You know what? I like that. It doesn't look like too much. You know, one thing I will say about Crimson Desert, there's a lot going on in that game. I love it. Really, really love it. But they could do with a few less mechanics and a few less particles on the screen. This looks clean, man, and smooth and fun. Get down with that. For sure, brother. The fire-breathing chicken. The cockatrice. Legendary creature. I think it's got a snake for a tail that bites you. It's full of venom. But I like that. The combat looks like an A to me, personally. And that's not even finished or polished yet, right? Those slow-motion finishers where it zooms in, kicked him in the face. Super cool.
But there's more to being a hero in Albion than fighting, so much more. When we talk to people about their favorite memories of the original games, so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you weren't just being a hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me, what I remember most vividly are the inhabitants of Albion and the things you can do with them, or to them.
The crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game where you could just mess around with the villagers and townsfolk.
And we've built that same experience in the middle of our game too. Buying a house, getting a job, making some money.
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
Fancy a date?
Perfect. You can get to know me better.
Buying another house. Buying every house in Albion.
Yeah, I agree with you, Abdul. That's what makes this one pretty cool, right? It's not trying to be photorealistic or, you know, actually picture perfect or anything like that. It's a video game. It looks like it. It kind of embraces it, right? And uses it to tell its story and everything. Kind of the charm of it. I agree with you, you know. Now you see that one that's coming out called Body Cam, where it's like that first-person shooter. It looks like you're in police and stuff like that.
Buying every business in Albion. Getting rich.
Marrying a bunch more people. Having a bunch more kids. Probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
And this game within a game is unique to Fable. It's systemic, interconnected, and you see the ripple effects of the things you do everywhere you go.
And all of this revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality. You could follow any one of them for a day and just watch them live their life.
They'll get up, go to work, spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
But what's even cooler is that you can talk to every single one of them.
Dude, if we get this and GTA 6 this year, insane for open world RPGs. Think about that. Plus Crimson Desert. Wow. Last year we thought was insane. This year's it would be even better if Fable does come out this year. 2026 would be a better year than 2025, I think. You have one of the greatest games of all time, Clair Obscur, come out last year. Silk Song, Berserker Kazan. A couple of bangers, man.
In
Times
fully
are good.
voiced conversations.
Eating
and
good these
interact
days,
with them
guys.
in loads of different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe the bed they sleep in is in a house you own because you're the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
All right.
Oh, it's you.
You're good, Abdul.
You're awful.
And all of the stuff you do affects what they think of you.
You're a legend.
Because everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive. Now that's an hero right there.
Morality has always been super important to Fable. That tension between good and evil underpinned all of the original games. And morality is central to our game
it
too.
did.
But we have a slightly different take on it.
They keep showing the chicken.
For us,
The poor chicken.
morality isn't black and white.
Giving some royalty.
There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective. No two people see things exactly the same way.
That'll be interesting, you know what I
That's how
mean?
it works in our game too.
Like, that's a crazy mechanic if you think about that. If each one of them has like a little bit of a different perspective. There's 1,000 NPCs in that town.
Everything you do earns you a reputation.
Could be crazy,
And
sloppy,
every
could be good.
person in Albion will have a different reaction to you as a result.
Hello there.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember things you did directly to them. They'll love you or hate you for the choices you
Yo,
make.
what up?
And they will always
Dude, I'm
tell
losing
you
my
why.
voice. How we doing,
Although,
Ronald?
usually from a safe distance.
Our game will
Yeah, I
never
see you've been
judge
streaming
you,
Hollow Knight. How's that
but the
going?
people of Albion will, loudly.
We're checking out Fable. It's supposed to be coming out this year still. It just got rated in Australia and South Korea. And so that usually means that it's a couple months away from coming out. 2 to 6 months, I think. We're checking out some stuff on it. This is an old gameplay trailer from 6 months ago, 4 months ago. 4 months ago. Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Imbecile.
Your reputation is created by the choices you make. And you are going to make a lot.
Oh, you're good,
of
Ronald.
them.
I know how it is, dude.
Big choices.
We get busy, man.
Little choices.
Dude.
Moral choices. And some choices that will actually change the landscape of Albion for the rest of your game. We call this idea, your choices change the world. Let's give you an example.
Early in the game, you'll meet a character named Dave, an egotistical gardener in a rural village who discovers a magical growth formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant and becomes a big problem. It'll be your job to deal with him, and ultimately it will be your choice whether to kill him or to spare him.
Interesting. That's what made the first game so great. Yeah, Hollow Knight has been going well. I want to play Hollow Knight so bad. I'm waiting until we hear a little bit about... That was the other thing I was going to say about Fable. They've announced that it's not going to be exclusive. PlayStation is going to have it. I just don't know if it's going to come out the same exact time. But it is not going to be an exclusive to Xbox, no. They've already stated that. That was part of the information I found out when I found out about the rating. I don't got energy today, nor am I in the mood. Oh, I'm sorry, Jabril. Something break. I want to play it when Sea of Sorrows comes out, because I'm going to play Hollow Knight, then Silk Song, then Sea of Sorrows. Because I did one playthrough of Silk Song, and it was amazing. Unloaded slicing. Hey, there you are, man. Yeah, I don't know what happened, dude. You were muted. Wait, where are you? I can't even see you, though. There you are. You're in the shorts chat. What's up, brother? How we doing, man? Don't know what happened. You were muted. It's happened like a couple of times before on the channel. I don't know why. But, yeah. What's up? We're talking about Fable right now. Yeah, I think... well, you know, I think the opposite, Ronald. You know, I think they do need a few exclusives. Like, I think they need a few to their name, because for a while there, they were trying to be Xboxes everywhere, right? And that didn't work. They had to fire the CEO. They had to fire what's her name? Yeah, unloaded slicing. One day, brother. One day. I actually got to get rid of a couple of mods because they haven't been around a long time. But what's up, Abdul? Maybe one day, unloaded. But because they just went through that whole thing where they were trying to diversify, and I think it really watered down the Xbox brand, I think they don't want to do that. And I think they do need a couple exclusives. And I know PlayStation has stated that they're going to have more exclusives, which we're going to talk about with the State of Play announcement later on. June 2nd, we're going to watch the State of Play, PlayStation State of Play. We're going to go over it, talk about 5 things I think are going to happen in it at the end of this stream. But they've announced they're doing exclusives, more of them to build their brand. I think Xbox is going to do the same thing. I think a little bit of the opposite, Ronald. But this one is going to be multi-platform, so I said that, and then it's multi-platform at the end of the day. But Xbox is doing better since Asha Sharma took over. She's been doing great.
If you kill him, his giant corpse will lie on the farmland just outside of town for the rest of the game.
And that is going to affect house prices. It will also affect what a lot of the villagers think about you.
Especially Dave's sister.
In Fable, the choices you make will define you. What does being a hero mean to you?
That was the
At
first...
Playground Games, we've built a pedigree for beautiful, immersive, open-world experiences. Yes, they've typically involved sports cars, but this is a passion project for all of us here.
Yeah, weren't these guys the Forza 6 guys? Wasn't that the game they just made? Playground Games. Yeah, Forza 6. Yeah, which people are saying is like game of the year. So that just came out this year. That's crazy, man. So if they have Fable and Fable's that good too, that studio's going to be killing it. You want to talk about some motion, man? They've got fire right now. Go back to this and finish this real quick. I knew I'd heard about it.
Every member of this team, which we've built from scratch, has 2 key things in common.
1,000 of them, Abdul.
A deep love for the franchise and a burning desire to bring it back. We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before. It's been great to finally tell you a little about the game we're making. There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our launch. I'm excited to tell you today that Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn 2026. From all of us here, thanks for watching.
Now, like I said, they're on track to. We saw the rating systems come out. I think it was like 2 days ago. They got rated in South Korea, rated in Australia, mature rating in Australia, 18 plus in South Korea. On track with the mature RPG adventure fantasy that we're really hoping for, as well as reaffirming that it's not going to be an exclusive. Like I said, Xbox Live showcase on the 7th. I think we're going to see some news. It doesn't say yet, Abdul. I think on the 7th we're going to see some news. We'll be streaming the second PlayStation State of Play. We'll be streaming Gaming Showcase Summer Games Fest on the 5th of June, and we'll be streaming Xbox Live on the 7th also. Let me go back to what Ronald was saying here. Like DVD players can have different makers, but all play the same. I see what you're saying. But that's hard on brands, right? Because your brand gets watered down, I feel like. I wanted to play Forza 6, but I started Hollow Knight, and it might take me away from my story games. Supposedly, guys, it's Game of the Year. Like, people are like, oh, it's Game of the Year. I'm like, how can a racing game be Game of the Year? There's no way it's that good. By mid-October, you think? Yeah, no Switch 2, J-Bros. No Switch 2. But what game is low FPS? I read your comment, J-Bro. Sorry. What game is low FPS for you? They can make more money selling it everywhere. That's the thing. I think like GTA 6, right? Like PlayStation just got the exclusive marketing rights to GTA 6. They made a big deal with them. But exclusive is a funny word because they're still going to market it everywhere with Xbox and Steam and everything else. But PlayStation gets like first dibs. The trailers for GTA 6 are all recorded on a PlayStation. It's hardware. It's being engineered to be optimized on PlayStation hardware first when it comes out right away. So they're hoping that PlayStation is the ultimate and initial ecosystem for that, you know. Xbox has got to do some of the same stuff with this Fable game. Castle Crashers for some reason. I feel frustrated about it because it's not even that big of a game. This is on your laptop. We're going to switch over to the next story, guys, which was Graceborn, which is a Elden Ring Bloodborne mod on PC. We're going to be playing next month that our buddy Sir Russell told us about in chat. We're probably going to hop over and play with him. I know absolutely nothing about it, but he said Bloodborne, Elden Ring combined together. I was like, I'm in, man. Never modded anything on my PC either, but we finally have a 3060, Ventress 3, and an i9, and so we're good to go. Finally do some of that good stuff. Let's look up Graceborn and just see what it's about. Okay, this is the release trailer. It came out 6 months ago. Let's just start there. John, what's up? John, check this out. You're going to like this one, buddy. Graceborn. An Elden Ring mod. An Elden Ring Bloodborne mod on PC. Here's a trailer that came out 6 months ago. We're going to play this next month. Should be cool.
Stick. A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas,
cool,
not too fast. The nightmare swirls
Neither did I, John.
and churns unending.
Sounds like the guy from Bloodborne. Abdul. It's German. Now German joins the hunt. New starting classes, so you're playing in Elden Ring as these characters and weapons, which are Bloodborne characters and weapons mainly, or inspired by Bloodborne, supposedly. Returning trick weapons. Lugarius wheel. Enemy redesign.
You can in this dream of dreams. The sacred rite nears completion.
Dude, it looks so good.
The dream will be real. We will be granted eyes.
John, kind of is, right? Like he smokes 3 cigars a day. It looks like it's got a little bit of a new story too, John.
Grant us eyes. Grant us eyes.
The rats. Yeah, be down to do a playthrough of this. Moto, I checked out your video just a little bit ago. That looks like a very interesting game. How you doing, buddy? Have you heard of Graceborn, Moto? God, this looks sick, doesn't it? Trailer came out 6 months ago. I think the mod's on. I think you can use the mod anytime now.
If you don't like that, then pish posh.
That music is so good. Incredible. Okay, fan-made project not affiliated with From Software, Bandai Namco, or Sony. So, here's some more information on this. Moto, welcome on in, buddy. I love that video you did, the 29-minute one of you playing that game. You should do some more of those, dude. You know what I mean? I like it. And I like watching that stuff from you guys. I enjoyed Mullet's playthrough of Lego Batman, too. Hope we would do more of it. We got Mortal Shell 2 coming out this year. We've got a bunch of good games. Lords of the Fallen 2, buddy. Graceborn. So Graceborn, like I was saying, we heard about from Sir Rust a lot in chat the other night. We're going to play this with him next month in June. Do at least 1 or 2 playthroughs of it. And it looks completely sick. Let's see if there's any kind of website or anything we could check it out. We get an actual description of it. Not Grace Wellborn. We don't want that. Graceborn. Bloodborne inspired overhaul. And then so here's Nexus mod. This is where we get all our mods from. This is gonna be something new, guys. We're gonna download this on the channel while we're streaming it and try to install it and maybe crash our PC. Who knows? It'll be an adventure for everybody. But we'll do this next month together. That way you guys can learn how to put a mod on the PC too, because I have no idea. We're gonna learn together on this. I'm doing good. I'm very excited because I'm leaving the UK to go to the Philippines. Yeah, that's right. We say congratulations. Voto going to see his girlfriend in the Philippines. That's awesome, brother. Let me put that on. If I still had my gaming laptop, I would definitely get Graceborn mod. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to require. We'll look at the specs on it right now. It should say right here. Plan on making more Isaac videos. It's a nice game where each run is different. Also, it's a roguelike, huh? I never even heard of that. Let's go back here and see all about this. Hey, Aries, we can get down on this if you got a PC. Alpha release that aims to turn Elden Ring into a darker, more grim experience. Introduces functional trick weapons, firearms that can parry, classic Bloodborne, quick steps when locked on, Permanite, and many other additions. Currently early in development. Man, you're either going to love this or you're going to hate it. If you didn't like Bloodborne and didn't play Bloodborne, you're going to do this and you're going to be like, what is going on here? There's the download file. It's 6.8 gigs. Okay. Three bugs. Let's look at that real quick. Error about Beast Hunter's self-safe transforming attack. Whoops. Let's see if there's any game breakers. The writer powers has several issues. Yeah. Wraith Calling Bell can't be chain cast. Okay. That's nothing. Those are no big deals. There's a few other videos here we could check out. Graceborn 2 trailer, alpha release. November 2025. That was one we just watched right there. I mean, I can get this right now and play it. But I want to watch one more trailer on this real quick. If you ever go back to Undertale, you should try the Undertale Red and Yellow mod. Oh, that was one of the ones we were going to do. Dusttale, Red and Yellow. Oh, there was another one. Something Sans. Like the rogue, like that made the genre a big thing. Been a game for about 12 to 13 years now. That's crazy. I never heard of it, dude. Watch one more of these real quick. Morgott Night King, Elden Ring, Graceborn Edition. Okay, so let's see what this boss is like. The showcase of Morgoth. Got the hunter's outfit on. This little crescent blades or something. I've never seen those. Not even in Bloodborne. Those are new. Damn, that's Melina. She looks sick. Looks like what's her name from yeah. Kate Beckinsale from Underworld.
Graceless, tarnished.
Graceless, tarnished.
What is thy business with these thrones?
Oh, you did. You've made some mods? Algorithm? That's actually dope, dude. I am doing great, Moto. Doing great, man. Gonna be a good summer over here and having a good time. My daughter's last volleyball game yesterday of the season.
Mikola and Melania. General Radahn. Praetor Rykard.
Well, you fight them both here, I think.
Luna
Ronald, you fight them both here.
Rani. willful traitors. All.
I want to see if he has new moves. Oh, it's a sick-looking skin. Look at him.
Thy kind are all of a piece.
This is a wild-looking outfit.
Pillagers, emboldened.
I'd love to go to
by
the Philippines sometime,
flame
John.
of ambition.
Eat some lumpia.
Have it writ
We could do a
upon
run
thy
together too, Algorithm, if you want.
grave.
Oh, he's got the Dark Knife Assassin outfit on. Is that what that is?
Felled by King Morgoth.
If it's not, it's definitely
Last
inspired
of
by.
all kings.
Let's see if he has new moves. Oh yeah. Okay. The hammer and everything is the same, really. Man, the timing on those attacks is so weird. It goes from slow to way too quick all of a sudden. Oh, really, John? I don't know why. Huh. You know, YouTube is pretty full these days of all sorts of people creating content and stuff, and so notifications don't get to where they're supposed to go. Sometimes stuff happens like that, messages get dropped. It's just the way it is right now. Hopefully it cleans up some of that AI slop and really opens up the bandwidth again for some real content. So far, I don't really see any new moves, right? He's got the same moveset to me. Cool looking skin and everything. So there's the quick step, right? The Bloodborne quick step everybody loves. Oh, he's doing it, throwing stuff at him? Oh yeah, he is. Interesting. So it'd be cool to use those weapons, right? My plan is to spend 2 weeks with my girlfriend. It's her birthday a couple of days after I arrive, so it's all going to be whatever she wants. Oh, that's going to be fun though, man. So, let's skip ahead here to the end. I really don't see... Yeah, it was the same moveset though. Odian Wraith rune. That's a different rune. Remembrance of the Omen King. That's the regular one. So let's look at one more. It's this one. Let's go farther. Great Elden One and Knight and Quicksilver modded boss fight. I have no idea who this is. Plan on going to a mountain area called Burigio. I don't know how to spell it for a couple of nights. Damn, dude. You ready to do some hiking? It's gonna be low altitude, though, because you're down at ocean level, right? Want to buy one of the new Steam machines so that I can play the mods. I'm not going to buy a Windows PC. I hate Windows. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to do this on Windows, John. You can watch me throw my stuff in frustration. I'm just hoping it doesn't crash on me, you know? Prefer the colder areas? You'll be sweating, dog. Sweating Lumpia sweat. Dude, the Lumpia is going to be so good down there, though. Okay, so this is the last battle in Elden Ring, right? We're fighting the main boss. Looks like he's reskinned. Can I get this bigger? I'm sorry, I don't mean to have that shrunk down for you guys. Let's go like this. The only thing that sucks about getting a PC gaming laptop is I have to rebuy the games on Steam. Ooh. We can't share. I guess I can let you use my Steam account. John, I can't wait to do a Final Fantasy run on this channel, because they're supposed to be remaking Final Fantasy 9 right now. Okay, that's like the same. That looks so cool. Dun, dun. Damn, dude, that does look really, really good. It's like Soul of Cinder and the Ivory Knight combined Ares. I don't like Windows as much as Linux. It's the only way I can have a stable computer. See, you know how to use Linux and stuff. I use Windows just because I use Windows 10 and 11. And I really don't like 11 that much, but they both do different things for me. Oh, look at that. Dude, his character model is bigger, isn't it? Like, huge. Look at it. This is sick. This is a different fight. His feet were funny on that one. Look at that weapon, too. Oh, we're definitely going to do this. Definitely going to do this, guys. This would be a good week or two of content right here. If anyone wants to do a run at Graceborn and they got a PC, let me know. So Rustlot's going to be there. He can kind of show us what's up. I'll show you guys how to mod your computer, too, because I've never done it. I think we just have to download the Nexus mod and launch it. We'll grab Elden Ring on PC, too. We'll have to platinum it. Different computers. I have Windows 11 on one PC and Windows 10 on the other, J-Bro. Moto, I appreciate you coming by, man. I'm stoked for you. Be careful out there. Let us know from your overdogs. Just make a post. Let us know you get down, then you get back okay. We'll throw you a couple likes on your post, man. And go check out Moto's new video, guys. He put out a really good video on a cool, old-school roguelike game. Miss you guys, man. Tell Mo what I said what up. Tell him to stream more. Oh! It looks like they took away his flying attacks, right? And I would say there's a couple of new actions in there, but I wouldn't call them attacks, right? This is on my Windows 11 PC. The new PC is Windows 11. My old one's Windows 10. So this is Windows 11 here. Always miss you guys, Moto. What up, commenter? How we doing? Welcome in. We're watching a mod called Graceborn mod for Elden Ring on PC. We're going to play it this month with Sir Rust a lot. It's basically a bunch of Bloodborne skins, weapons, and reskinned bosses that we can go through and play. It's going to be really exciting. Hey, give a big shout out to your wife, Jen. Hey, what up, Jen? How we doing? I'm Lucky. The channel's game on. We just keep gaming on. Is commenter giving you problems? Just slap him in the face. Hard for me. That's not what you thought it was going to be, was it? But this looks really good, guys. The mod looks great, but still very much in beta phase according to the description. But we can still play it, right? From what I understand from Sir Rust a lot. Which would be cool to give them some support, right, guys? Ah. What's up, Mrs. Commenter? Oh, John, I can do the Convergence mod in Seamless Co-op now. John, I forgot. Because I've got a really nice PC, you guys. I talk about it all the time now because I'm so proud of it. I've got the 3060 Ventress 3 in there and the i7 9700F with 32 gigabytes of Corsair DDR4. Yeah, it's a really nice setup for me. From Sonic Forces, dude. Mr. Mullet Maulin, how we doing, dude? Hey, loved your Lego Batman playthrough. Loved Moto's video he put out today. You guys got to do more of that stuff, man. I know it's hard to find the time, you know what I mean? But I enjoy it. You guys need to go check out Moto and Mullet's Lego video, okay, guys? Convergence mod. I will check out the Convergence mod. Need somebody to play it with. Checking out Graceborn right now, Mullet. This is a mod on PC for Elden Ring. Comes with a bunch of Bloodborne skins, weapons, and reskinned bosses. It's in beta still, but we're going to play it this month. Hey, speaking of Sonic, Mullet likes Sonic. Big Sonic guy. That fight was long. Those weapons aren't very strong. They're super weird looking too. Okay, we'll finish watching this second stage. He wasn't doing hardly any damage to that guy. Oh, dude, that's such a good idea with the Arkham games. I've actually never played him either, man. So this is new. Look at this. They get some new cinematics with it, right? And dark, just like Bloodborne. So this is the final boss in Elden Ring. That they reskinned over. So this is the Elden Beast right here, right? Radagon. So the first stage when he was fighting the guy was Radagon. Now it's the Elden Beast, but reskinned. And man, does that look nasty. Sure doesn't look like it, does it? That was a really cool intro. Oh, he's got hands. He's gonna throw hands with us now. I like that. I like that better than the Elden Beast, I think. I think it's dark and cooler. This is the same music right here? Damn, 84% out of 100. I'm gonna try to 100% Crimson Desert, but we'll see. That's gonna be hard. Oh, that's a cool little slide he's got. We have the same attack and this thing right there. It looks way cooler though. I think I like that model way better. The Elden Beast is pretty cool looking, but this one looks like a monster. It does look like the Ape and Dragon, doesn't it? So you got Arkham Asylum, Arkham Batman, right? Are there just 2 of the Arkham games? You're cool, J, bro. There's a real trick way to dodge those lights right there. Spinning a little circle. I didn't think about that. I like the Nebula move too. It's on Wings of Estelle. It's one of my favorite moves. I was surprised by how good Lego Batman actually looked more. Oh, that's the original one, Arkham Origins? I thought Arkham Asylum was the first one. That's a weird dodge he has where he puts his hand in the ground, kind of sidesteps it. Oh! Oh! Dude, we can use randomizers and stuff now, right? We can do a randomizer run, seamless co-op. I didn't even think about that. Joseph, what up, dude? How you doing? We're checking out something called Graceborn. It's an Elden Ring mod for PC that is Bloodborne inspired. There's a bunch of Bloodborne inspired skins on the bosses, a bunch of weapons, a bunch of outfits, and cool new cinematics and some other stuff in it. We're gonna try it out this month. We'll do some Crimson Desert tomorrow. We're gonna do Deltarune tonight. Is it the 1.8 update? That's the last one, right? With the baby wyverns? Go get yourself a baby wyvern, Joseph. I'm putting out that video today on how to get it. That's what we did last time in stream. Yeah, I saw you there, didn't I? So, I mean, really cool skins, really cool weapons. The boss fights look the same, though. I would have liked them to put an extra move or two in there, but I guess that's probably too hard to do. FromSoft has had that lunging strike for so long. That was back in, like, Bloodborne. He parried that right there. That was pretty good. You just hit chapter 3 getting all the bounties. Hey, good job taking your time, man. That's one of those games you just gotta savor the journey, right? Yeah, we're gonna play it this month with our buddy Sir Rustlaw. He told me about it in chat, so we'll do a run or two with it. Quicksilver helm. Oh, and then you get the armor and stuff. Oh, that's sick. That's sick, guys. Okay. So it is in beta. We can download it on the Nexus mod. We're going to do that as well as get a bunch of other... Where are we at here? I'll go back like that. A bunch of other mods like the randomizers, seamless co-op. Convergence mod is the one John was telling us about, right? So we'll do all that stuff. Yeah. There are so many mods, dude, for Elden Ring. Look at this. These are all Elden Ring mods on trending. Each one of these. Roaring Knight, Ares. Ares, there's a Roaring Knight mod. No way, guys. Look. Roaring Knight from Deltarune replaces Knight Armor and Sword replaces Flamberg. Dude. Hey. Ares, we're going to do a Roaring Knight run. How about that? Ah. You're doing 100% for the platinum? That's crazy work, bro. I don't know if I like that Roaring Knight, though. Joseph, you know you've done something when other games market themselves as Souls games, right? This is a Souls-like. Yeah, I don't know if I like that looking at it again. It's kind of eh. Cute, but eh. Very cool, very cool. Loving it. So, now I want to talk about one of the last things on our list here. Was the Fable stuff. Some music on here. Where are we at here? So we've got PlayStation State of Play coming up. Now this is going to be huge, guys. This is going to be one of their biggest State of Plays in a long, long time. I should look at Silksong mods. I will when we get closer to Silksong with CSROs. I could play Silksong on PC too. It's my favorite game of last year, by the way. Yeah, so the State of Play is coming up on the 2nd. We're going to stream this, guys. Yeah, that's right. You know what's up. So I'm going to make 5 predictions on what we're going to see at this State of Play. Let's take a look at what they say about it on PlayStation website. They'll tell you what I think is going to happen here. Broadcast Tuesday, June 2nd, 2 p.m. Pacific time. So we will be there at 2 o'clock, which is this time basically, our just chatting time, right? On Tuesday, watching that, and then we'll stream an hour after. So it'll probably be 2 to 3 hour stream because it's going to be a 60-minute show, which is one of their biggest shows ever. They've actually rented out a place called the Alamo, which is a huge venue for it, and spent a lot of money getting this one together. And the only game that they've told us about is my first prediction that's going to happen, which is Wolverine. They've told us that that is going to be shown there. We're going to see, hopefully, character builds, game footage, storyline stuff, release date, price, but it's going to be probably one of the big highlights of there because, like I said, PlayStation wants to focus on exclusive games more than multi-platform so that they can keep building their brand and everything like that because they feel like they've fallen off a little bit because of some of the misses on Concord and a few other games, right? Marathon, to name a few. Whereas Xbox is kind of on the rise right now, but for the same reason, they also are starting to do more exclusives. So exclusives is the name of the game for the next couple years here. We're going to see Wolverine right off the bat. That's prediction number 1. Let's watch the trailer for that, by the way. Oh, this is 8 months ago? I don't want to see that one. 8 months. Man, it's too long ago. Yeah, everybody's talking about it because it's the only one that PlayStation has announced for sure. I guess that's all we get. We'll watch this one from 8 months ago real quick. Watch them announce new PlayStation hardware. Sorry, 1 second. About to burn a Scooby Dooby, then hop on PS5 Crimson or Modern Warfare like CODs till I know they get bad reps, but I like them. Hey, that's whatever you like to play, man. I played Black Ops 6 with Mullet. Mullet's a badass player. You should play with Mullet down there, dude. Hit him up, Joseph. He has a channel called The Overdogs and stuff, but he's really, really good at first-person shooters. I think he's on PlayStation, too. They are going to announce some new PlayStation hardware, but it's going to have to do with, like, bundle deals, I think, with maybe GTA 6 or some other games like Wolverine and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be any kind of PlayStation 6 or anything like that. I think it's just going to be, check out this cool new skin you could put on there or a controller or something like that. Mullet will smoke you at Black Ops 6, Joseph. I'll bet $1,000 on Mullet that he'd whoop your ass, dude. Now,
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
Joseph, what did we do? Didn't we do? I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it 4v1 mullet? We did 4v1 versus mullet, and he smoked us, dude. Don't let me down.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man.
You would take that bet.
Trouble just has
I'm betting on mullet all the way, dude. 100%.
But I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go.
Modern Warfare 2. See, Black Ops 6 is the first time I got in it in a long time, man. I've been out of the game for a long time before that. I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops. The last one I played before that. I didn't play Cold War. Wait, is that no Russian? Is Cold War no Russian? Because I did play no Russian. Counter-Strike source. Man, I'm an old school Counter-Strike player. I'm a big time oh my god, why can't I think of the name?
Because I ain't no hero.
It actually looks really good though. Back to the trailer. It actually looks brutal and kind of violent and stuff like that, which is what Logan and the story of Wolverine's all about. You know, in the first comic, I think he gets hit by a car and killed, right? And then that's how they get his body and they put him in that thing where he gets titanium and stuff. Why do I keep thinking Apocalypse Now for the video game? That's not what it's called. What's that first-person shooter, mullet? Oh my gosh. It's gonna kill me not thinking of it. Spider-Man with blood. Hey, that's pretty well put, actually. So that is definitely coming. We're definitely going to see that 100% at PlayStation State of Play. Next, I think we're going to see... I go to my little notes here. Oh, that's right. That's right. What up, Lord of Cedar? We're talking about what we're going to predict seeing at the PlayStation State of Play the 2nd of June at 2 o'clock. We're going to be watching it here, which is this Tuesday, or next 2 Tuesdays from now. The next thing that's going to be there, I'm absolutely positive, is going to be... Final Fantasy VII Part 3, the last part of the remake. Here's the trailer from it. Oh wait, no. This isn't it. This is just somebody making stuff up. That wasn't a real trailer of it. But they've been ramping up stuff with marketing and production. And Capcom always has something at a PlayStation State of Play. Capcom, Konami are basically always there doing something. And Square Enix is the other one, right? So those three are always there. So Square Enix is definitely going to have Final Fantasy VII Part 3 there. Let's see what this guy has to say about it.
Right, it's time. Or at least I think it's time. It could be time, because we have got a few
I don't know if they
events
remade
coming
1
up
through
over the
3.
next
That's a
couple
good
of
question.
weeks, where we may finally get that first
Persona
glimpse
4
of
Revival.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. So we're going to have a look at the possibilities, we're going to discuss them. Like the video, subscribe for future content.
I was reading a Game Informer article earlier that was talking about how they were ramping up and stuff like that with marketing, getting ready for this, and how they always have something at a PlayStation State of Play. So that's what made me think that this is what was coming, because they thought it was coming. We'll see what Mr. Sector 6 has to say about it. But real quick, they didn't remake 1 and 3 as far as I know, but maybe John would know. He's in chat, up and down. John's a huge Final Fantasy fan. Onimusha will definitely be there. Metro, that's a good call. I didn't predict that at all. Metro. I have not played the Metro series or Dying Lights. Persona 4, Ares predicts. That's not a bad prediction, man. Not a bad one, but... Summer Games Fest a couple of days after State of Play. Well, the plan is we're going to do Tuesday State of Play, which is PlayStation. The 5th, we're going to do Games Fest, right? Which is, I think, Friday. And then the 7th is Xbox Live, which I think is where we're going to see Fable. So we're going to hit all of those and be there for all of it. We'd love it if you guys joined us. It was going to be really cool. We're going to get all of it on here. Siphon Filter. It's rumored the next FromSoft title will be announced there. I didn't hear anything about that rumor. Let's get back to this really quick before we get
let's
too
jump
deep in the
into it.
reads.
So,
God, that sounds
we've
cool.
always had the obvious
Rapper the Rapper, I'd have to play
that
it.
Once we got past the early part of the
Wasn't an N64
Summer
game.
Games
No,
Fest
no.
was going to be the one.
There's something
we
else.
are going to talk about Summer Games Fest in a minute, but we have had another sneaky contender that has stepped into the fray, because we have had a state of play announced by PlayStation for June the 2nd. Now, details that we've got so far about the state of play, it's going to be over an hour long, which is pretty chunky for
I don't
a
know
state
that
of
one,
play.
Joseph.
It's going to take an extended look at Marvel's Wolverine, but it's also going to have news and updates on upcoming PlayStation 5 games. So, obviously a decent chunk of this event is going to be taken up by Marvel's Wolverine.
What we need to do, Laughing Algorithm, is in the Discord. Let's go in there and make a channel that says Lucky needs to play, and just everybody post every game you want Lucky to play. That's the only way I'm ever going to remember all of them. And I'll just
I would
work my
guess
way
that
through the
it's
list.
probably going to be 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at most. That's going to be taken up by that one specific game.
PS1 and PS2
The
game. I don't
rest
remember,
of that
brother.
time is going to be announcements, updates, and gameplay reveals from top studios around the world. And Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 would be an announcement and a reveal from a top studio around the world. Now, I don't know
Yeah, first party and third party releases are what we're going to see, right? And some big, big names.
how likely it is, because obviously, and we'll talk about it now, 3 days later, we have got probably the biggest gaming event of the year nowadays. I don't know, is it? It probably is, isn't it? But yeah, we've got Summer Game Fest on the 5th of June. So, if you were going to announce it in this window, maybe it'd make sense to announce it at Summer Game Fest rather than at the State of Play. That's a possibility. But at the same time, you could kind of do a two-part thing. You could kind of do a two-part thing where maybe you reveal the title at the State of Play.
They just have, Square Enix has such a strong relationship, business-wise and historically with Sony and PlayStation. PlayStation just has to look at them and go, come on, help us out with this one. We'll throw some money your way. Want this to be kind of an exclusive marketing opportunity for us, even though it's not going to be an exclusive platform title. We can at least get the first marketing out there to it. I'm pretty sure they would do that for them, and that's what's going to happen.
And then at Summer Game Fest, you come at everybody with a much bigger showcase.
Final Fantasy X,
and I'm
man, I
not
rocked
saying
that one
we're
for
gonna
so
see
long,
lots of
Joseph.
Things, but like literally at the State of Play, it could just be, bam, this is the title. Get ready.
It's funny. We got some young guys in here, some older guys and stuff. I remember back in the day where like getting a hard copy of a game and like holding on to that for dear life and trading with your friends. It was like gold, man. I'd love to get back to a time where I started collecting more of them. What would be one game you wish you had the hard copy of? For me, it would definitely be Final Fantasy X. That one I spent like 400 hours in or something like that. Metro is more of a vampire, more of a zombie Armageddon style game, I think, right?
And then at Summer Game Fest, we get a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah, Final Fantasy X would be the one I'd love to have a hard
a
copy
little
of.
trailer, like a basic first trailer. I think that's a solid possibility. Either way, though, even if we do get a reveal at the State of Play on June the 2nd, which is my birthday, by the way, so I'm very hopeful that I get a nice birthday present and it's a reveal. So, Square Enix, don't let me down. But if we do
95 babies, you guys are
more
young.
substantial stuff at the State of Play, that doesn't mean it won't be shown again at Summer Game Fest. Square Enix will still be able to get exposure and traction by hitting both of them, and arguably, it makes more sense to hit both of them.
Mirage.
Because, you get double exposure then. The hype is still going to be the hype. It's not as if there's weeks between these events, it's literally 3 days.
I don't know about double exposure, man. Yeah, we got 1974 and 2004, and I think John might be ahead of all you guys with some of those numbers. But I don't think they're going to get double exposure here. I think they're going to stick to the PlayStation State of Play. I think that's going to be it for that. You might get a different announcement from Square Enix on some other projects at Summer Game Fest, but I think Final Fantasy III specifically is going to be at PlayStation State of Play.
So, I think there's a good chance that we'll get something at the State
Medieval.
of Play.
I don't even know
Now,
that one. Medieval.
One thing that I will say is
that the one
I've
with
got
the
a video
Skull
that
Knight?
I've worked on. I don't know if I will have already.
Yeah, John's like
posted it
72,
before
I
this
think.
video, or if it's coming
He was
straight
out there
after it.
farming for like
But
3
it's a
weeks
video
with his
where
buddy.
I discuss the
killing it.
possibility of a day one multi-platform release for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. And I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but what I will say is that if we get the initial reveal at the PlayStation State of Play, I think that pretty much locks in that there is still going to be a timed exclusive type of thing to it. I mean, it's possible that they've just kind of said, oh, you can announce it first, but it's still released.
You know, it's funny. John played 2 games, Elden Ring and Final Fantasy Tactics Mirage. Those are his 2 favorite games. I did play Medieval back in the day. I remember that Skull Knight, dude. It was super fun and classic. They did remake it. You're right. I forgot.
But I feel like if we see it at the State of Play, that pretty much hard confirms for me that it's going to be timed exclusive to PlayStation. If we see it at Summer Game Fest, it makes it slightly more possible that we'll see multiplat day one. But you can get my opinions on that in the other video.
Oh, that's so
I just
funny.
have a feeling that it's going to be the State of Play purely because, you know, PlayStation has kind of been the home of this project and the home of Final Fantasy pretty much for decades. So I kind of have a feeling that PlayStation will go pretty hard because it's the final part of the project. They're going to want to market this as much as possible. Yeah.
I've heard the minigames are some of the best things in Final Fantasy Remake. We were just like, yeah, there was like 100 minigames in 7 too, and it was incredible. The Chocobo games and stuff. Now, I never played 7 or 8. Those are 2 of the ones I never played.
My gut feeling.
2 of the only
However,
ones.
One thing that leans in favor of Summer Game Fest is over the last few days there was a report that got put on Reset.
Things are peaking right now, guys. Things are peaking in gaming.
There's a few things that the report
I thought last year was better. I think this year could be even better with GTA 6 and Fable.
On June the 5th.
Crimson Desert.
And obviously that's the day of Summer Games Fest. I don't think that's a coincidental thing. Obviously, if this is something someone's made up, we've all known that Summer Games Fest is going to be on the 5th of June for quite a while. So it wouldn't be difficult. Someone would be like,
yeah,
oh,
I don't agree with that. It's going to be PlayStation.
It's going to be revealed on June 5th. Oh, that's Summer Game Fest. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. Yeah, that's not going to be the case. So it makes me question the validity of the leak. Oftentimes when things get leaked, it's very hit and miss whether or not they're real.
Yeah, I disagree with that one. That's probably a 4chan leak, right? GTA 6 delayed. Stop it, Joseph. No way. It's not getting delayed. The Xbox actually just announced a couple of days ago, right? Get ready for November 19th. So PlayStation's announced it. Xbox has announced it. What's his name? Zelnick has said it again on their quarterly earnings report that just happened recently. It's lining up for November 19th, but we're not going to see anything till September, like August, September, guys, as far as trailers and marketing go. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to let the summer events go because they're not going to let Summer Games Fest really take the shine away from them. They want to present it on their own channel, on their own website, on their own avenues of media by themselves. They're not going to give anybody else a chance to market that game. They're going to let all this happen. Then they're going to come hard swinging in August and September is my new prediction. So to be quiet summer from GTA 6, but it is coming November 19th, as far as I know.
A lot of time it's just people doing what I'm doing right now, making
$80 is right, Mirage. You're 100% right.
Going to be announced, and then they just post it in the style of a leak. So, you know, there's not much stock to be put in.
Crimson Desert was the test run.
As part of this leak, it also suggests that the game's going to release Q1 2027.
Again, yeah, base price, deluxe 120.
Have been saying
comes with the poster.
The longest of times. So this leak just feels like it's taking the most popular expectations and just mushing them together. Like, yeah, there you go. That's a leak. So, yeah, I don't really know how much stock to put in the leak.
I've never heard of it called the Super Screw-'em Edition. That's really, really funny, man. I don't remember Queen's Blood. I remember there was a card game in Final Fantasy 9, but I don't remember what it was. Take my Nikes. So that is the second prediction. We're going to have Wolverine #1. We're going to have Final Fantasy 7 Part 3 Remake, the final part. Now, the other thing I think we're going to see is... Whoops. Trying to type stuff in. Can't type anything, man. Is the Witcher 3 DLC.
For years now, people have been wondering how CD Projekt Red was going to bring players back into the Witcher universe before The Witcher.
So these guys have ramped up production and everything too. CD Projekt Red has. And so that lets me believe that they're going to do some marketing coming up here pretty soon. And of course, PlayStation State of Play is going to be the perfect place to do that.
4 fully arrives? The answer might actually be way bigger than
Some of the
anyone
worst combat I've ever had
expected, because
in a
the
game.
rumors
Witcher
around
3 is
this
some of the
new
worst
Witcher
combat,
3
but it's one of the most fun
expansion
games
are
I've
no
ever
longer
played, dude.
sounding like random internet fantasy. At this point, there are too many reports, too many insider claims, too many hints from financial calls, and now even technical evidence pointing towards something real happening behind the scenes.
It does have some of the worst combat I've ever played, just because the combat in Witcher 3, you could be level 1 and fight a max level monster, and as long as you're willing to wait it out 3 hours and keep rolling and dodging and striking, you can eventually get him down. And so it's like there's no point to it. And some of it is like really grindy and tedious, so they need to do something with that combat system for sure. I didn't enjoy it at all. But having said that, it's one of the best games I've ever played, even with one of the worst combat systems ever. Think about that. If Witcher 3 took Crimson Desert's combat system, it would be the best game ever made. 100%.
There's definitely something going on behind the scenes, and especially right now,
I'm
because there are
Ronald.
movements inside
I
and
love
out
that
of
game.
CD
It's top
Projekt Red.
20
And
games
what
for me all
makes this
time.
especially interesting
Terrible
is
combat,
the
dude.
timing, because according to multiple industry insiders,
Oh,
this
the Baron.
expansion
Oh my
could
God,
finally
the
be
Baron.
revealed during PlayStation's major June 2nd State of Play showcase, which is shaping up to be one of the biggest gaming events of the summer. Sony is also reportedly sending invites to tons of content creators to cover this upcoming event, which it hasn't done in a long time. So we might be gearing up for big reveals as well as the Witcher 3 DLC itself. What changed recently is that people started discovering actual traces of ongoing development connected specifically to Redention, which immediately caught attention because CD Projekt Red abandoned Redention years ago in favor of Unreal Engine 5 for The Witcher 4 and future projects. Suddenly, a developer profile appears mentioning gameplay systems and UI work on a Witcher project using Redention and Witcher script since January 2026. That instantly reignited all the rumors about the long-discussed Witcher 3 expansion that has supposedly been in development quietly for years. And the reason people are taking this kind of very seriously.
I see, because they busted out the old engine the game was originally made in, instead of Unreal 5, which we know the new one's being made in because we have the trailer from about 6 months ago. I think it was like 7 million views on the new trailer. And that's where they're getting this information from. Interesting. I didn't hear that. I heard that they're ramping up marketing and production also, just like Final Fantasy with Square Enix. And so that's kind of was like, well, you know, it's kind of all lining up together, doing similar stuff here. That's another indicator that it's definitely coming. Now, we know Witcher DLC was fantastic. Blood and Stone, one of the best ones of all time. Oh my gosh, and what was the other one? No, Blood and Wine and Heart of Stone, excuse me. The 2 DLCs that came with Witcher 3. And Heart of Stone was basically an entirely new game. I didn't play either of them, but I heard how great they were. Some of the best DLCs of all time. So I'm really excited to see what they've cooked up this time, because it's supposed to be even bigger than that. I need to play it. Only played 30 minutes. Need to get back into Witcher 3. Dude, it's so good, man. The story's unbelievable. Gwent is probably my favorite card game ever in a game that I've played. I'd play Gwent in real life if I could find some people to play Gwent with. I'm gonna kill him at some Gwent, dude.
Now is because the rumors have stayed unusually consistent for a very long time. Multiple Polish insiders, podcasts, journalists, and analysts have all independently pointed toward the same thing. CD Projekt Red has apparently been preparing one final major Witcher 3 story expansion designed to bridge the gap between The Witcher 3 and The Witcher 4. After years of absolute nothing, we might be soon ready to go back into this franchise, and sooner than people expected, which the DLC was rumored to release sometime this summer. That bridge is the important part here. This is not being talked about like some small anniversary update with cosmetics and a few side quests. The rumors surrounding this DLC describe something much more ambitious, a proper story expansion, a large narrative continuation, something that reconnects players with Geralt, Ciri, the political state of the continent, and the darker events that will eventually lead into Witcher 4. The strategy itself makes complete sense from CD Projekt's perspective. The Witcher 4 still sounds years away from full release despite being in full production, but the franchise itself is exploding again. There's a new Witcher book already out internationally, Witcher 4 is ramping up marketing internally, and suddenly interest around the series is growing again at exactly the same moment rumors of this expansion are getting louder. The most exciting part is the possibility that this expansion may restore or continue storylines that were originally cut from The Witcher 3 itself.
You guys might not know this, but Witcher 3 was one of the best-selling games of all time. Let me show you something. So it would make sense for them to throw DLC in there to try to reignite that fire and that passion a little bit, which is where people left off with them, right? Because Cyberpunk kind of didn't go that well. So where can you go back to? They had really great success with their fan base. Well, Witcher 3, the DLCs and all that stuff. We'll give them another DLC and get them ready for Witcher 4, kind of whet the appetite, right? And CD Projekt Red has been known to do well at that. But if you look at copies sold, I know what it is. What do you guys think it is? Give you guys a minute to shoot a guess down there. More than you think. A lot more. Let's see. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt has sold over 60 million copies worldwide across all platforms. That makes it one of the best-selling video games in history. Let's look at top 20 best-selling games of all time. Here's the list of top 50. 1 Minecraft. Let's see how far we have to go down to find The Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is the 13th best-selling game of all time, guys. You know what I mean? Overwatch sold more than that, though. That's crazy. The Oregon Trail. Oh, my God, dude. That is so funny. You know what's crazy to me, dude? Rockstar Studios 2 games on here. Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. But back to Witcher Wild Hunt. Much more success than you guys think. Much more success than you guys think, right? So 60 million copies times $60. What is that? 360 million? Unbelievable. So, of course, they're going to make a DLC for that. They're going to reignite the fan base, you know, and hopefully it's good. Plus, God, I wish they would revamp the combat system in Witcher 3. But whatever it is, we're going to definitely be there. But incredible numbers by them. So I can totally see why they're doing that. We're definitely going to see a trailer for the DLC and reveal at PlayStation State of Play June 2nd. Minecraft. We'll play Minecraft at some point on this channel. We're going to have to. It's the best-selling game of all time. Now, the next thing I want to say, so that's 3 predictions right there, right? This one kind of go out on a deep water here. So, the Devil May Cry Season 2 just wrapped up on Netflix, right? So, I think we're going to see the next entry in the Devil May Cry series. This is going to be... Oh, you see how good my math is, algorithm? You see how good my math is? So I need a tape measure to do that kind of stuff. I think we're going to see it, Mullet. I think we're going to see Devil May Cry 6. Now, I haven't seen any kind of footage of anything anywhere, but I did notice that the season's wrapped up and people are really liking it. I heard one guy talking about how he thinks it's about time for this series to make a return. And also, we're talking about Capcom, Konami, and Square Enix all being the 3. They're almost always at PlayStation State of Play. You always have one of those. Most of the time, you have 2, and sometimes you have all 3 of them. I think this time we're going to have Square Enix and Final Fantasy, and I think we're going to have Devil May Cry 6 getting revealed at PlayStation State of Play. What's up, Metal Wolf? How you doing? Hey, we're going to get the Roaring Knight tonight. No Shadow Mantle, hitless. I'm going to practice for an hour after this before we go and get into it, but tonight's the night, brother. So I think we're going to see that. Like I said, I don't have any like game footage. We have nothing from any studio on it, but I think it's going to be a surprise reveal towards the end of the show. Now, the biggest one, because that was for... I never saw the anime. You know, I know this is out there. I know the soundtrack was from Evanescence, wasn't it? Didn't they do the soundtrack for that, Ares? Or not, sorry, not Ares, but Mullet? Anyways, so we're going to have that. Now, the last thing I think we're going to see at the PlayStation State of Play is huge. We know that they've been working on a new God of War game. The Sons of Sparta, right? Standalone title, the 2D game and all that. We've had Ragnarok come out. But I think they're working on a brand new game that's an action RPG based around Faye, the female character. I think this is going to be the big reveal at PlayStation's Game Fest. So let's read this. Industry leaks and insider reports strongly suggest Santa Monica Studios' next God of War title will be a spin-off focused on Faye. Okay. And reportedly directed by Cory Barlog, this highly anticipated prequel aims to explore her life as an elite Juntin Warrior, whatever that is. So I think this is going to be PlayStation's big reveal at the end of it. We're going to get probably a cinematic trailer, CG trailer. It's probably not going to be any kind of gameplay footage or anything like that. Introducing the characters, the storyline, kind of getting footage out for everybody to see, and getting Santa Monica Studio back on the map. And a perfect time because they have the remakes of God of War coming out, just like we're talking about Devil May Cry 6 maybe coming out on the heels of the show coming out, as well as what's the other one we were talking about? With the Witcher DLC coming out as the same time as they're getting ready to have the Witcher 4 come out. They like to lump that stuff together, right? So I could totally see God of War getting announced, and maybe we're going to see something about the remakes and prices on those. That would be really, really cool. So those are kind of my 5 predictions on that. Evanescence made a song for the anime. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like their intro song, wasn't it? So we're definitely going to see Wolverine. We're predicting that we're going to see the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 trailer, release date, and price. Then I think we're going to see Devil May Cry 6, some kind of reveal for it trailer. And I think we're going to end off... and then Witcher 3 DLC, right? We're going to get an announcement on that with the price and what exactly it is and when it's going to come out, as well as God of War, the new game. So we'll see how many of those we actually get right. Be cool if all of them came out. Like I said, after that, what is it, Joseph? What do you think the main one is? If it's the one I think it is, there's a reason I passed it. Do you think Expedition 33 is going to have a DLC announcement? Yeah, but because here's the thing. The reason they're not going to say that, Joseph, is because they're focusing on exclusives. That's the angle I'm taking with this. In the next couple of years, it's all about exclusives, right? I think they will say something about that market Halo and all that when it comes out, but they're not going to make another consoles game. They're not going to give that much shine to another consoles game. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that happening. They'll do that later on down the line, maybe in a special announcement, developer direct or something like that. But that's a huge stage. This is the biggest stage of the year for all these companies. They're going to have their exclusives out front and keep everything in-house as much as possible. Do you have a list of games you're looking forward to playing this year? We're going to check out June's list of Eurogamer's list of games coming out in June. And I do have a top 10 list. Did I put it out? That might have been video I worked on in the off-season. I never put it out. Yeah, I do have a list, but I have to go look it up. But we'll check the next month's list and see exactly for June what we're excited about. And I don't think we're going to have a DLC for Expedition 33. I think you got a better chance of getting a new game than a DLC. And I don't want to see a new game. I'd like that to be a standalone title. Let's go over here to Eurogamer's website. And I like using them because they have a really clean list. Not really much to it except the games. What to play this June? Summer Games Fest schedule. We're interested in that. This is more of an opinion. Usually they have a list you can just look at of games releasing in June. Here we go. So it says May, but we'll flip over to June here. Halo PS5 is going to be dope, though, dude. I can't wait for that. So, really small list, to be honest with you guys. eFootball kickoff, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming to Switch, Swan Song coming, River City Saga, Journey to the West. I've never heard of that. But Switch, PC, Cal X. Stop me if you guys want me to look at one of these. Gothic 1 remake. We will look at a couple of these too, but we'll find something that's interesting. Solar Punk, PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch, and PC, the 8th of June. Let's look up Solar Punk. I've never heard of that. Coming to all platforms. Imagine they bring 1886 The Order. I've never played that. Did you get the Post Malone download? Solar Punk. This is weird looking. Co-op gameplay. Let's look at this. They're remaking Halo 2 as well. No, God, that's going to be sick, man. The hell? What's going on with this thing? Didn't like that at all. There you go. Okay. Farm base building simulator. Here we go. Move with some chill music. There you go. You get lost for a couple hours after work and do some more work in your garden. For all you Farmville fans, this is the one. Yeah, I mean, not my style, really, you know. Oh, I haven't said that. I've been loving Subnautica 2. You guys should absolutely try that if you haven't. It's kind of like this, a little bit of a base builder, gather supplies, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's any story to this or anything, but looks cool, but not my style. I'm probably not going to play this. Let's check out another one here. Whoops. Voiding Bound. I don't know what that is. If you were playing Minecraft, maybe me and you can do a challenge run together. Dude, I'm totally down, Aries. Totally down, man. You guys show me how to craft some stuff. We'll probably do that August or something, maybe. So, keep going down the list. Voiding Bound. I don't know what that is. Seventh Guest. Let's look at that, because that's cross-platform. Pretty much going to hit all these that are cross-platform here. And the Gothic 1 remake. People were not excited about the Gothic 1 remake, though. The Seventh Guest reveal trailer from 2 months ago.
Old Man Stauff built a house and filled it with his toys.
That's the music you play when you're driving in the hood.
6 guests came one
nice
night.
chill music.
Their screams the only noise.
Oh, okay.
This is a game, nothing more. One of us is going to win that prize money.
I do like these puzzle style games. Have you guys ever heard of a game called Inscription? I want to play Inscription so bad. So I like these kind of puzzle style games for sure. If you can make them good, interactive and stuff. That's kind of why I like a little bit of Resident Evil, right?
Every man for himself.
Apparently, there's more to this than I thought.
And what about the rumors?
They're just that. Rumors.
No one came out that night. Not one was ever seen. But Old Man Stauff is waiting there. Crazy, sick, and mean.
That's actually kind of an interesting horror game, isn't it? Remake of an old game. Okay. Not sure if I'll play that one, but it looks cool. Destiny 2 Shadow and Order expansion, the 9th of June. So Destiny's done is what I heard, right? I heard that from Punches. They're done updating it. So what's this update then? Bungie removed their Eververse Shadow and Order teaser. Wow. Look at this real quick. Courage the Dog. That's right, dude. Classic show.
Deja vu would
Courage
be an
the Cowardly
accurate way
Dog.
to describe the way the community feels when things like this happen. This week, we got a pop-up in the Eververse store that said a legendary
Never
refresh
played
is coming
Destiny, no.
soon. I covered this in the weekly resale yesterday. It's basically the pop-up for the store before a new season or major update. And when I saw it, I got a bit of a chuckle out of it, to be honest. But I didn't really overanalyze it or criticize it because I honestly think these things are just on a timer, right? When there's like 2 or 3 weeks left of the season, this pops up on the front of the Eververse store. And they probably put this on a timer back when they delayed Shadow and Order,
Were you?
or perhaps even when they released Renegades, right? And yeah, it's referencing
They're done updating it
Eververse
now.
getting an update when we get to the major update for D2. But I don't think
Apparently it's got its end of life update, which is what they were talking about here. Missed so many games because of it. People loved it, man. I never played it. I don't know if Mullet played it.
Bungie kind of specifically put it into the game in the last couple of weeks in preparation for this event. And like I say, it probably pops up automatically. So in a way, I didn't really think too much of it. But it was funny, so I shared it on Twitter, which blew up a bit more than I expected it to be honest. I said, huge news. Bungie finally confirms they are still committed to Destiny 2. There's more than a dash of sarcasm in there, although not everyone picked up on it. That's actually really funny you say that, because they just mean legendary items in the shop, not actual content, which evoked this kind of response from many on X. Yeah, satire and sarcasm do not always land very well on the internet. Some other folks, in fact, said, this is a good sign. It means the update's still coming out. And with how popular that tweet was, I guess to be fair, maybe not a lot of people actually check the Eververse store, or at least not those who are noisy on social media or are content creators, right? But me sharing that kind of spread it around everywhere. And some other accounts simply said 21 days until the release of the untitled Destiny 2 update. Hopefully it's good. However, a couple of hours or so after I tweeted that, Bungie actually removed the legendary refresh pop-up from the Eververse store. Gamerboy on Reddit said, RIP, obviously an automated message, but what terrible timing. And that's the way I'd summarize it, really. Yeah, probably automated, but it doesn't do much for the optics of
left a sour taste in your mouth,
and all of that, does it? Then,
I've never played a live service
Bungie actually removed it, as people speculate here, A, this was either meant to be a tease for the new update, and it was obviously poorly received, so it got removed, or B, it was automated to go up, but it's not actually coming out soon, because there's a second delay. And Forza went on to say, yeah, if this next twab has nothing of value, I'm just gonna accept that Shadow and Order got delayed again. Man, I sincerely hope that that is not going to be the case here. Bungie in last week's twid did actually reference their next update for Destiny coming in early June. So while I appreciate that, because Bungie have kind of burned a lot of trust, and like when Shadow and Order itself got
burned a lot of trust, and sounds like a lot of money too.
It was 1.5 weeks before when it was supposed to drop. 1.5 weeks. Like, you can't actually excuse that from a comms point of view, right, for a community that you've been promising to drop roadmaps for and give updates on the future of the game and all of that. It was pretty disgraceful, and that sticks with people, which is exactly why they speculate in situations like this that basically the exact same thing could be happening. I don't think that that's going to happen, but I do agree with the sentiment that Bungie have to say something in the twab, because again, the optics are just really bad here. Water on X said, you know it's Bungie because we're getting news on the Eververse refresh before anything else. Joker said, benefit of the doubt, because this would be dumb otherwise. This had to have been planned 6 months ago as part of their pipeline to coincide with other updates, and didn't get removed when things went south.
We're going to pick up our players next month with Sean.
Justin Truman's comment. First, trust, then retention, then revenue in relation to Destiny, which I'll cut Bungie a little bit of slack. Back at the time this was said, they definitely had done that. And while many people remembered the mistakes, Bungie had rebuilt trust, right, where necessary. For example, when Forsaken came out, that was a big step up from Destiny 2 Vanilla into the future of Destiny. And because Destiny was absolutely the golden child, the only IP that Bungie had at the time, it was
people love Destiny and Destiny 2 though, man. Like, honestly, and I know Moto loved it. I can't remember who else. I think Mullet did too.
Of paramount importance to essentially save the game, right? And Justin Truman had said himself, in the Curse of Osiris era, they were literally weeks away from having to turn the lights off because they were so far in the red. And looking forward to the work they would have to do on Destiny, it didn't seem conceivable at the time. Which makes our current situation with Destiny even more terrifying, right? Given that Sony confirmed a couple of weeks ago that they devalued a long-lived asset at Bungie, and that was basically what that impairment loss they recorded was all about. It referenced Destiny as a franchise. Man, as I'm recording this, I'm literally seeing new responses to that tweet, by the way. Somebody said, thanks for helping Bungie gaslight us. Pit off, you shill. Sir, I must say you are not the sharpest tool in the cabinet, but you are certainly a tool nonetheless. Now, some may feel...
Yeah. It's terrible. So, this isn't happening anymore. Definitely not coming out the 9th of June, it sounds like. Bungie's done with it. Monopoly, Star Wars, no. To a T, Lost Castle 2, Dennis Attack, The Adventure of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, Uso Natsu, Summer Romance Bloom from Eli, I have no idea, that's on Switch, EA Sports, UFC 6, we're not going to play that, Dead or Alive 6, Last Round, oh, I could have a little bit of rounds with that and have some fun. Oh my god, Seiko, a Giantess Dating Sim, what the hell? Hold up, guys, we got to look at this. Giantess Dating Sim? And it's for Switch too, so this is for the youngins. What kind of game are they trying to sell our children here? Let me look. Oh wait, this is the full game. I don't want to play the full game. I want a trailer. The hell? All endings guide. I don't want this either. Here's the reveal. Giantess dating sim. What the... Oh, I like the artwork though, honestly. I like this art direction. Like graphic novel style. But like blasphemous, right? Super unique. I can't read this, but give me Persona vibes. Did you play this one, Aries? I remember the dating sims back in the day on PlayStation 1. What was it called? I don't remember any of those, but I was young. Music's good. This artwork like reminds me of Undertale, a little bit of Persona, and Blasphemous mixed together. I like the music too. Okay. This girl's gone wild. That's so funny, dude. Remember the Man Show with Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla? Girls jumping on trampolines. I always laugh when I see Jimmy Kimmel. I'm like, I know where you started, dude. Don't even with me. Star Fox, that's right. Star Fox is coming out to Switch too. Now, I wish this would go cross-platform. I had quite a few good memories of this game. It's one of the games my dad used to help me out with when I was young and I couldn't get to the secret level. Or take the secret path to the end boss. He would help me out with it. Just watch the prologue commercial here. Magical Date on PlayStation 1. I bet it was magical. Oh, no way. Really, Mullet? Dude, that's dope, man. You gotta let us know what it is. We'll test play it.
Come in, Star
Oh, we'd
Fox.
love to.
This is Corneria Defense
That's
Force
super cool, dude.
headquarters. Do you read?
Man, this
Loud
is
and clear.
classic right here.
General.
Classic.
Star Fox is on approach to Venom.
Then 64.
No indications yet of any suspicious activity. We'll let you know what we find.
Proceed with caution. You're the first to set eyes on that place in years. And thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one I can trust. Handle.
General Pepper, do you read me? Something's jamming long-range comms. Stay sharp, team.
Are you seeing this, James? According to my instruments,
I remember
the
all these guys.
atmosphere is highly toxic.
And we're doing this job for next to nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not
Anti vibes,
chumps.
yeah, right?
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Pigma.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs of
Where was
activity
the
on
rabbit? We're always
Venom's
helping the rabbit
surface.
out.
He's concerned it has something to do with Dr. Andross.
It's been years since Andross was banished here, James. If the atmosphere is poisonous,
All the more reason to figure out what's going on. Dr. Andross made mistakes, and he paid the price for them.
I don't know about that
Whatever
voice
else
actor. It didn't fit
he
right.
is a genius.
Not hitting right for
Maybe
me.
he found a way to survive.
Our leader, such a bleeding heart.
where'd they come from?
Defensive formation.
Pull up! Pull up!
Hey,
Rogue 6.
Where are you going?
It's like you told me. I'm getting into formation.
Oh no.
Two-timing swine!
What can I say? My new boss pays better. Corneria must suffer. Death
So funny.
to all who stand in the way of my vengeance.
Was that Dr. Andross?
Don't let them.
Gotta lean into that golden voice, Mullet. British tones. Aluminium.
I can't shake him.
Hey, Peppy, catch!
It'd be fun regardless, Mullet. Just do it. It'd be super fun, wouldn't it?
James!
Damn, that looks so good. Or you get like 3 bombs per level. Start out with. I think you get a couple more as you play through it, but
Are you there?
I always save those when I got in
Do you
trouble.
read me?
You just
I'm
nuke
losing
everything and get out of it.
altitude. Peppy, you need to get out of here. Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
That's an order.
Where's Falco?
And Peppy, keep an eye on Fox.
Here's the rabbit. Does he have a name for his game yet, Mullet? It looked cool and interesting, right? Like I said, if it was on PlayStation, I'd play it just for funness of it and go down memory lane, but not something I would go out of my way to get a Switch for. Look at the last little bit of this list here, and we'll see if there's anything that catches our eye. Nocturne on PC, Drive Rally. What is Nocturne? Rings a bell. Frog Squad. Not that being a game developer would be so cool, man. But it's way more work than you think. Ask J-Bro, right? We have a bunch of classical music. Nocturne on PC. Is this a remake of this old horror game? Huh. Resurrecting a forgotten classic. Interesting. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. We're just gonna watch a little bit of the intro. Oh, this is so creepy.
Dark shark eyes of a vampire being baptized in the devil's blood.
Oh, I can't.
May speak to me in righteousness, but for now, I am the thread by which your life hangs, the only wall between you and ungodly horror.
That's the intro of the game?
Bloody top of the food chain.
I've been a broken record in the past when it comes to the topic of numerical scores in video game review.
Whoa, hold on. We had to stop that. That was so loud. And also, that looks scary as hell. Honestly, that was back when games really wanted to scare the shit out of you. You know what I mean? It wasn't about worrying about what your mom and dad were going to say about it. It was like, I'm going to scare the crap out of these kids and scar them. Watch this. It's going to be funny. That was intense. Just see
As in that I generally don't like them. Like, I get it. This desire to quantify something that's actually extremely subjective. Like, where would we be if you can't put clear labels on things and put them in neat boxes?
No bueno.
Especially since we're living in a consumer society and most video game journalistic outlets consider themselves a quote-unquote guide for the informed consumer. Cool. It's just so much more pithy to make a statement like, this game is a stinking 6 out of 10 than to differentiate in lavish detail to reach the specific niche audiences for whom a game is predestined to become the next hyperfixation, way more than any 9 out of 10 blockbuster could. Is Pathologic Classic HD a better game than, I don't know, God of War Ragnarok? If you ask me, I'd say 1,000 times yes, but there's a ton of people who would say that God of War is objectively a better game. Like, I get what you mean, and average consensus will probably prove you statistically
that game looks
right,
fantastic,
but it's still bullshit.
It's just a matter of how you look at it, that's all. So don't worry, okay?
The game I'm covering in this video, Nocturne by Terminal Reality, is the perfect example of a title that I missed out on when it was released because of extremely erratic review scores. In 1999, which was the high time of me obsessively reading PC game magazines to get all my news, updates, and reviews about PC gaming, I happened.
We started off talking about how Fable got rated in South Korea and rated in Australia, an 18 plus in South Korea rating, a mature rating in Australia, and what that means. Most likely going to come out this year, still in 2026, most likely right before GTA 6, because when they rate something, generally it comes out 2 to 6 months after that. They've also restated the fact that it's going to be multi-platform, not an exclusive to Xbox, but I think we're going to see a trailer for it on the Xbox Live on June the 7th, which we'll be streaming here. Then we talked about, what did we talk about, guys? Let me look at my notes. Oh, Graceborn, Elden Ring mod for PC that we're going to play next month, which is a bunch of Bloodborne weapons, armors, skins for bosses in Elden Ring. We're going to do it next month. And then also right now, we did PlayStation State of Play, which is June 2nd. I made 5 predictions on it. I predicted that we're going to see Final Fantasy VII Part 3, the last part of the remake being announced there. I predicted that we're going to see Devil May Cry 6, the first reveal trailer of that. Then we're going to see Wolverine, the final trailer of that, as well as price and everything. And the new God of War game, as well as the Witcher 3 DLC. And now we're just looking at games in June that we might want to play, but honestly, there's no new games in June coming out. It looks like it's going to be pretty dead.
been
How are you
extremely
doing, Forsaken? It's
compelled
good to
by
see you, man.
Nocturne's stark and evocative gothic horror visuals and aesthetic from the previews leading up to its release, but a whopping 30% rating from my English PC gaming magazine of choice at the time, with a loud warning of terribly unpolished game design and jank, was at the
that's
time
loud, guys.
more
My
than
bad.
enough to convince me to give it a wide
My bad.
berth.
There we go.
The thing is, having played it years
Hmm.
later, I absolutely get it, and I even agree with all the criticism it received in that repellent review. And still, I think
Okay,
the
so we got
stamp
the
that it
general
received
theme
is
of what this game is. It's a horror kind of Resident Evil looking old story game. I'm probably not going to play that. Let's go ahead and look and see if there's anything else on the list. Drive Rally, Star Fox, Seiko. Really nothing, man. June is looking pretty lackluster. Really, I mean, 007, we're not going to play that. We're going to play Crimson Desert instead. Stray for Switch 2. Wandering Sword. Little Nightmares 2, the Enchanted Edition. That's supposedly a really good game. We could do that. Mars Tactics, we could do that. Yeah, I was wondering how you're doing on your trip, buddy. Need to get some sleep. You got jet lag probably. Well, they just finished the Devil May Cry Season 2 on Netflix, and so I think they're going to announce Devil May Cry 6, the brand new game. I haven't heard anything or seen any footage about it, but it just feels like it's about time for them to bring that back. And Capcom almost always makes an announcement on PlayStation State of Play. So that's one of my kind of like guesses right there. I was in Guangzhou for my daughter's Lego tournament. Hey, that's so cool, man. How'd it go? Mullet was playing Lego Batman, actually. We were just doing our thing, playing Crimson Desert, playing Deltarune, brother, you know, checking out Anubis and everything like that, hoping he's doing good. And yeah, we missed you. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. It's going to be a lot of Elden Ring, a lot of Graceborn, a lot of Crimson Desert next month, a lot of Dark Souls 2. It's not going to be a lot of new games, it looks like. Now, really, that was everything that I had lined up. Let me go to the Discord and just see if there's anything in there that we want to look at from everybody posting stuff. Maybe while we're in here, we'll make a channel called Lucky Needs to Play. Can we do that? Stream. Here, I'll make one right here. Lucky Needs to Play. So if you guys want me to play a game or you have a suggestion, just go there on the Discord and you can post it right in here. And that way we'll have a whole list of everything that I want to play and you guys want me to play. Because I'll forget, you know what I mean? If I don't write it down, it'll be gone. Everin, what's up, brother? How you doing? It was her first tournament. So now what are they doing? Here, let's look up the Lego tournament, actually, guys. I guarantee there's some footage. That's so cool, man. Got some from a year ago. Let's check it out. This is just a little trailer from a year ago. She won the Challenge Solution Award for Explorer category. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Forsaken. She, together with her team, assembled a program 3 robots. Like actual robots that move like this right here. Oh my gosh, that's insane, dude. Dude, that's insane, man. It's just robotics at this point. It's not even Legos, you know what I mean? Legos from when I was a kid and stuff like that. Like, none of them moved. None of them had even wheels that moved, you know what I mean? It was like you build the fort, you put the little cowboy in the fort, you put the Indian character around it, and then it was just like, cool, I'm going to build the next one. This is more like straight up robotics and stuff. Was it a world event or was it just China? That is just impressive, man. Super impressive. Let's see if there's another video. Oh, he's got a remote control Lego. Look at that. His controller's made out of Legos, guys. There's another tournament in July, but I may skip that one because I want to go back to Romania that time. Are you going to take her with you to Romania? I guess your wife could take her there, right? And then you go to the one in August instead. I see. Oh, never mind. Oh, no. I thought there was a controller, but it's not. It just seems like another robot he wound up. What the hell? I thought it was a controller. They're just different pieces he's putting together. It's crazy they can build those like that and program them like that. All those kids are going to make so much money if they just keep going with that. Well, that's where Forsaken's been. Congratulations, man. Did you get a little award or something, like a medal or anything like that? That's super cool. Okay, let's see. Master Chief. Oh, epic rap battle. Epic rap battle. Let's check out one of these epic rap battles from Punches. I haven't looked at one of these in a long time. These are pretty funny. The point of the compilation is to do AI coding. Oh, that's interesting. To let them do it on their own. That's why those kids... I see. That's where they were stoked when it was going up and grabbing the piece like that, like they'd programmed it to. Logan, we're watching right now epic rap battle, Master Chief versus Leonidas. We're talking about Lego competition that Forsaken's daughter won. Tell them congratulations. Everybody GG's Forsaken's daughter. That's so good, bro. Wrapping up our Just Chatting stream. We're going to come back tonight with some more Deltarune, guys. Got the Roaring Night tonight, Crimson Desert tomorrow. That's actually really good, dude. Giving himself first-person shooters. Dude, that's one of the best lines I've heard in a long time, man. Oh, that's so good. Remember we used to watch these Aries? Hey, hey, you streaming tonight for a second? It's Sunday. Anubis was on last night. Okay. While you and your companions were all camping in a canyon, took a camping to your house and showed your queen my plasma cannon. They should have thrown your rhymes over the cliff because they're sickening. You will not enjoy this. This is so good. Quickly. Better battles with my 6-year-old son. I'll leave firepower when I'm rocking these guns. Okay, you're sleeping in a freezer in outer space. I look you in the eyes. We get too much of a bitch to show your face. You got a bad case of no shirt there, Fabio Flint. Dude, this is really good, dude. Ah, Lego Batman. There we go. Okay. We'll check in on you. See how you're doing. Dude, that was one of the better ones I've seen, honestly. Giving yourself first-person shooters is probably one of the best lines that I've heard, man. Just because of that, we gotta watch one more. I'm gonna have to watch this again when Punches comes by later. Okay, this is Harry Potter versus Luke Skywalker. And they're short and sweet. That's really good. We don't need a 10-minute rap. Nobody does.
Mike, let me fire up the wand like Hermione and Ron. I'm about to get it on, cause my mouth spits hot like incendio flames. You're lukewarm like some Tauntaun remains. Even the mad eye of my man, Alistair Moody, could see your franchise only has 2 decent movies. Search your feelings, do you sense deja vu? You get getting smoked like your Uncle Owen and Aunt
Oh,
You're acting
oh, that's
flat,
hard.
rats aren't too
That's
deep.
hard, man.
Fuck her off to the afterlife where you're fat and see-through. You're the biggest letdown in your series since Snoke. It makes sense your father's Vader. All you do is choke.
Oh, that was harsh.
You must be dumb. Who farms moisture on a desert planet with 2 suns? Let me stick my plans in your dusty bin droid. I'll leave you like a Horcrux, split up and destroyed.
I don't know who made you shoot first.
Kind of weak, but there's a couple of good ones.
If I was you, I'd have a bad feeling about this. Ooh, I'm a rhyming Jedi like my father before me. Your talking hats should have put you in Gryffindor. Your origin story is mostly stolen from me. You might be Potter, but Harry, I planted your seed. Let's see. Little orphan raised by relatives in solitude. Suddenly gets taken under wing of funky wizard dude. Learns that he's Bethesda do have powerful gifts, but between the two of us, I think I got the cooler stick. Swing it, my mic saber cuts through you so slicey. Leave you on the floor like an arm at most Isley. Hit you with the wampa raps, I get icy. Land him in your face like that'll do nicely. I fly the X-wing to save a planet from massacre. You
So
fly
after
a
Macklemore.
drone like some kind of magical janitor. Your double dweeb army likes to think that you're the best. All you did was use your mom like a bulletproof vest.
The death of my mother saved the wizarding race. Your mum died of heartache when she saw your face. You swamp school dropout, you're too whiny to rhyme. At least when I slither in a sister, she isn't mine.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
The boy who lived, bestseller without equal. I'll split you like your fan base's feelings about the prequels. Sequels brought you back to meet your demise. I'd say you were brilliant.
Yeah,
but
you
I
would,
must not
Sean.
Tell lies. I left JK straight rolling in cash.
Avada
You let
Kedavra.
JK compact your character
No.
to trash. So go on, try and force more of your disses. You're like a stormtrooper, cause all your shit misses.
That's right, R2. It does sound like you
That
have
was really good.
fire in the
That was really good.
Maybe he will get rescued by an anorexic hobbit. I think it's pretty clear that you and I are pretty different. My drive's hyper, your drive's privet. I've got more rhymes than sand grains on Tatooine. You couldn't pull in the wind with a tractor beam. I crushed an empire, a galaxy large. I blew up the Death Star. You blew up Aunt Mars.
Definitely got the harder
flow,
flow, Sean.
Poppy can't be healing you. Unlike a great disturbance in the Force, I'm not feeling you. Death would eat you up without Hermione and luck. Because your own skills, Wingardium Levio, suck. You're a dud like Dursley, but worse. And I'd rather hurt nerfs than have to endure your third birth.
Have you heard rap before? That was not dope at all. Maybe have Goldie Balls show you the protocol. But I bet you're just distracted. You got a lot on your plate. On one hand, the rebellion. On the other hand, oh wait. I roll deep in the weeds.
Oh, that's so rough.
This muggle sucks more hole than the bloody Sarlacc. We'll rough you up good if you try to step to Harry, mate. You're the least intimidating twin since Mary Kate.
I flow like butter beer on Diagon streets. You can find me getting fantastic on these beats. It's over, Luke. I got the high ground advantage. I'll close it like a map. Mischief managed.
You should have Hagrid fly you home on his moped. If I wanted teenage wizardry, I'd call Selena Gomez. My
Oh, that's right, dude. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Far more than your goofy little Star Wars. I learned flow from the best in the biz. Get funky. So all of you that end this is McClunky.
Yoda. That's the best part. Now Luke wins for sure.
Dead serious. No need to Expelliarmus. You're heartless in a duel. Call me the Hogwarts Express. I just took you to school.
I love the Eminem kind of feature. Eminem, Luke Skywalker wins. He had the harder flows, even though Harry Potter had some cooler lines. Skywalker wins that, dude. What up, James? We're gonna come back at 6 o'clock tonight, James, and play some Deltarune. Tonight we're gonna get the Roaring Knight. And this Harry Potter hit Luke where it hurts because he did kiss his sister. I like the one hand line too. The other hand, whoops. Well, okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it on up there. Yo, don't. Forsaken, it was great seeing you. Aries, Sean, always a pleasure. James, thanks for coming in, man. We're going to come back here in about 2 hours with Deltarune. We're going to fight the Roaring Knight and beat him. Hitless, no Shadow Mantle. We were so close last night. Definitely got it tonight. And we're going to start Chapter 4. Then tomorrow we'll come back with some more Crimson Desert. I'm going to get a couple of videos out this week and stuff. Some Crimson Desert videos, maybe a review. Try to do some more reaction content and some more basic news stuff, too. Always a pleasure, Ronald. I hope you have a good one. Joseph, thanks for coming by. Everybody else, Logan, thank you. Great seeing you, Everin. I hope you have a good one, brother. Mullet, Moto. Been too long, man. I'll see you guys in your stream or in your videos. Everybody take care. Appreciate it, Logan. Thank you. First try tonight. Yeah, after 8.5 hours last night. I was burned out by the end of it, I'll tell you that, but I didn't want to give it up. Slip away. Everybody take care, all right? Peace.